Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
Hello, it's Wise Women's Wednesday, and there's my girl Vanessa and June and Marguerite and Lucy already in the house. It's so good to see you all. Thanks so much for showing up. Are we gonna have fun or what? I am excited about today's show because, first of all, number one, I love me some Wise Women's Wednesday, don't you? Hi, Jocelyn. I love me some Wise Women's Wednesday, and I also love that. To me, this is kind of when we circle back and we pull in all the things and make all the things kind of connect a little bit anyway. Saturday certainly is that thing. There's our girl Priscilla. We've been thinking about you. How's the knee doing there? So we have people in our community that we love on just so much. We know what's going on in their lives, isn't it so interesting? We know what's going on with Priscilla, and we're thinking about Eric as well, being her nurse. We know he's doing a great job. We're thinking about Mimi, who just got her GED. We're praising God for that. And if you know Mimi's story, then you know how incredible this is because, Mimi brought us all to tears during our Full Bloom workshop a few times ago. Hi, Corliss and staff. Kathy, I'm so glad you're here. And all these stories and knowing everybody's story and watching the needle move in your life, that's what vibrancy is, isn't it? And being able to experience it all together. That's the other thing. Kathy's throwing down her Hot Melt 30. I don't see any firebombs though today. Do you have anybody have any? Doris is here. So's Jackie, looking for some firebombs. So guess what? Today is Wednesday. That means on Friday, we're about to go boom, full bloom. Full kaboom, shall we say, because we are dropping the early bird tickets for Full Bloom, which is going to be here in Brevard, North Carolina. Woohoo! I can't tell you. Angie's in the house. There's my girl, Joanne. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Vicki and Jackie is doing it for everybody. Do you see all those? Do you see all those firebombs? Anyway, I'm excited about this. So be watching your email for Friday because I'm telling you, early bird tickets are where it's at. You got that? Early bird tickets are where it's at. We have also what's flying off the shelf right now. You want to know what's flying? Bam! Hot Melt 30. What am I saying? This is not the Hot Melt 30. This is the Core 4. And we've got a great deal on that. Go check it out at savingdinner.com/show. Buy 3 of these, we're going to give you 1 free. And the reason we're doing this, we want to move some inventory and we want to make sure that you are taken care of. You ready? Go to savingdinner.com/show and get it on. Hey, Sarah's here. You ready for our early bird? Laura's in the house as well. I'm so glad to see you, Laura. Corliss, Joanne. Yes. Amber's here. Amber. Glad you're here. We got 2 Ambers too. And have you seen the little baby picture, Amber's baby picture with the little hand on the ultrasound? I don't know about you, but I cried. It's just so amazing. Oh, so many things. Hello, Margaret. And Juanita's in the house. There's my girl, Carol. I'm glad you're here. So we have a good show. Whoa, wait till you see how we put this all together. It's weird because every single day that I sit down to do this, I'm always going, okay, I don't even know what to do with, what am I going to talk about today? And how God puts the pieces together. That's magnificent. That is being fearfully and wonderfully made and just depending on the creator to help with the creative, right? That's what happened. Lucy waved back. I think that's so precious. Yes, you'll be hitting refresh on your email on Friday. You want to, because what we're going to do is we're going to do a limited amount of tickets available on the early bird, and then we're going to release another batch and another batch. So quantities are limited. They're going to have to be, because we are going to be, this isn't Zoom, this isn't going to be on Crowd. Well, we will have it on Crowdcast as well, but it's in person and we have limited numbers, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And from fear to here, that's the name of our Full Bloom workshop. We're going to have vibrancy vision boards. We're going to have the whole shooting match, and it's going to be intense and incredible. And as a matter of fact, we have a videographer that I think we're hiring. He's sending the contract, and he is actually leaving during the sessions and showing us how to do the cameras, because I don't want any men in the room. I want the freedom to be who we are, and the freedom to have that, goodness, you know what I'm talking about. Because sometimes, things just get emotional and you need a safe space. And that's what this is going to be all about. Hi, Terry. Lindsay's in the house too. Have you said hello to Lindsay yet? Our new customer service rep. We love our new Lindsay. Super talkative. You should hear her in meetings. Can't shut her up. I'm kidding, right? We love her. She's getting used to all of us. Susan, I'm so glad you're here. Gosh, I haven't seen you in a while. How's Portland? Jane's here in the house. Yay. So we have all of that. And then, of course, about our tools. We've got the journal, we've got the quote decks, and we've got the mindful mugs. Look what I get. I've been playing this little game that I told you about this. I'm calling it Quote Deck Roulette. Look what I got. This was so good, especially after my confession on Monday. Your mind is a prison when you focus on your fear, right? Isn't fear just so dreadful? Hi, Alicia. Hi, Alicia. Fear. I'm calling it the fear cave. That's one of the things that came to me when I was having my meditation this morning, that fear is a cave. That's where bats hang out. That's where spiders are. That's where dampness and stalactites and stalagmites and all of that. Can you just imagine? Can you imagine that? I can't imagine how chatty someone would have to be for Leanne to just super talkative. She doesn't say a word. I was being so facetious, so facetious. I told her at our last meeting, I said, and boy, we just can't shut her up, can we? She didn't say a single thing. You could hear a cat meowing in the back. So where's the Batman? Alicia wants to know. Susan, hello. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, where is the Batman? Where he's in his cave where he belongs. Also, we've got a lot of people joining the High Pony Club. Have you seen all the pictures in our group? Hilarious. So if you want to just join the fun, boy, do we have a good time together. This is why we're getting together in person too, by the way. So I'm really looking forward to it. Norma, I'm glad you're here. She's sitting on the porch watching us. Carol's here too, yay. So here is our quote of the week, which is a good one. We first make our habits, and then our habits make us. And don't they? Have you noticed that? Who we are shows up in what we do, not what we say. I know who said that. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's gold right there, because our habits are, they basically scream at who we are. They yell it out. So being in congruency is really important. Having that alignment assignment of, your habits being what you do and say, all of that stuff, put it all together. I told you that on July 13th and 14th, we're doing the gala again, because the gala was so much fun. I'm dressing in sparklies. We got a little razzle dazzle going on the dress code. We are going to have quite the dealio. It'll be pretty normal during the day, but at night, boom, baby. Just wait. Everything about it's going to be different. Everything. And we're going to be introducing a brand new product that I am popping to tell you about. Can't. We got a bunch of other stuff coming up, but wait till you see them all. Jenny's right now, she's going to be texting me and saying, just not a word, Leanne, not a word. All right. I just had to tell you all about that. So mark your calendars for July 13th and 14th. And that's at 1 p.m. on both days. And that's 7 p.m. on both days as well. And I will zip my lip. except if you're not there, you're going to miss out. Plus, I told you, I'm going to have a hairdo that is going to make Marge Simpson jealous. From here to there, the higher the hair, the higher to God, right? The closer to God, says Dolly Parton. So if you're not signed up for the saving dinner, for the early bird mention-a-roo thingy, savingdinner.com/bloom is how you get that. And you're going to hear all about it. And then, of course, we have Q&A coming up every single Friday. Did you know that? Every single Friday. That's at savingdinner.com. Send it in support@savingdinner.com. Question for Leanne on Friday in the subject line, and you are golden. That's simple. So today, I'm thinking about, like, how do we translate all this high vibe stuff? I think I've talked enough about how high vibe stuff, and I'm starting to really like freak out. Like, I don't have anything left to say. And then I was thinking about this whole idea of what is the catalyst for all this? What makes it happen? And then I started thinking about, I know I'm giving you my weirdo thinking things, okay? Yeah. No, Sarah, you may not. Sarah, shutting you down. That subject's closed. Yep. No, I'm not going to say what the product is, except you guys will pee your pants. That's all. I'm not going to say. Hi, Catherine. I'm glad you're here. Anytime that you come is on time. That's what I have to say about that. So I was thinking about catalytic converters. Do you know what a catalytic converter even is? I mean, I certainly didn't. I had to look at it. I was thinking, wow. So I understand what a catalyst is. A catalyst is something that makes you, or someone that makes you take a certain action or change your mind or something. It's an impetus. It would be another word, right? So I was thinking about, what is this? What does a catalytic converter do? Interesting. This is it. It controls emissions, reduces toxic gases, and changes harmful substance into something useful. Do you see where I'm going with all of this? Of course you do. You see exactly where I'm going with all of this. Think about it this way, because we were talking about high vibe and low vibe and how that's just really a scientific thing. We talked about on Monday how you can watch vibration happen with the sand vibrations. The higher the vibe, the most beautiful and intricate the pictures that are created in sand versus the lower vibe. It's so fascinating, so interesting. And so when I'm thinking about this whole idea of converting something and what is going to cause this thing to be converted, these toxic things to be converted, this is what we can do with our mindset. At any point, the toxic crap, which we all deal with, by the way, nobody's immune. Do you know that? We're not immune. If we think that we are, then we probably have more to deal with than we even want to talk about, you know? Because I was thinking about that. I shared my story with you on Monday on how pathetic and how petty and how awful my thoughts were about my poor little neighbor because he just didn't treat me right. And I felt dismissed and hurt and all this other kind of stuff. And I rationalized bad thinking, and it kept me up at night. That's how crazy town that is. What is that? That's so low vibe. But when we make a decision that we're going to control those emissions, like a catalytic converter does, and that we're going to take these toxic substances, let's just admit it, right? This guy, this neighbor of mine, that was a toxic way of dealing with someone. And then his wife, you again, being all like that. Just because they have done that, I can convert that into something useful. Like, there's a lesson for me. Be gracious anyway. How about that? I can be gracious anyway. And let me just tell you how high cathartic, is that a word? I don't know. How cathartic it was for me to just let go of all of this stuff. Can I tell you? Because after I talked to you about this on Monday and it kept me up on Sunday and all of that, the next day I was just I let it go. I was able to let it go. And I was able to let go of all this toxic emissions and turn it into something useful and to grow off of it instead of stagnate and bring, go back to the grovel level. It just sucks. Hey, Teresa, pretty name. I'm so glad you're here. I don't know if it's Teresa or Teresa, but it's pretty. Regardless, I've always loved that name. So when we're aware of the need to vibe higher so we can attract in the things that we want, because, it's the difference between a Big Mac and a blueberry. We talked about that yesterday, and just how everything, it has a measurable vibration to it. Then we can use that awareness as a catalyst for creation. That's what wise women do. They create their destinies. They create a vision for their lives. They don't ask somebody to give it to them. They create it themselves. This is why it's always personalized. It's always customized to fit your life, to fit your needs, to fit who you are and how you show up in the world, what it is you do, and all your people around you. Isn't that so? That's so highly freeing, I think, because we get sucked into thinking we've got to do it the same way the guru does it, or the same way she wrote the book, or the same way everything. And it's just not that way. It's not hard and fast. It's not. It's not black or white. This is the place with gray. This is the place for multicolors. This is the place where we paint the vibrant vision that we want for our own life. But to do so, we have to get into the creative mode. And I say that creation is the catalyst for all of it. And it's the high vibe. Well, actually, creation is the high vibe, and the catalyst for it is the awareness of the need of it for it. Does that make sense? We need to understand that we need high vibeness in our life. We do, because otherwise we feel like crap all the time. We're tired, we're achy, we have pain, we have this, we have that. We feel like slugs, getting up and just doing things, going up and down the stairs. What a drag. All of that. We don't want that, because vibrancy lives on the other side of that low vibe, low energy stuff. Vibrancy is on the side of big energy. So I have written down 8 things that I thought will really help to move the needle in your life, right? 8 things. And they're a little different than the things that we always talk about. Yes, meditation. Yes, eating food, good food. Yes, hydrating. Yes, moving your body. All of those things. But we've talked about those. But let's talk about just a couple of mindset pieces that we can kind of slide in there. That will help to really define and create the catalyst that you need to convert some of this garbage. Yeah? Isn't that cool? And change your mind on some things. Because we all need our minds changed. All of us. We need our minds changed. And you know what's nice about that? That's the kind of community that I want to be in, where they're saying, look at me, blah, blah, blah. We had a gal in our community who was sharing about, I blew it, and it was a sandwich with some sweet potato fries or something, and helped me get back on track. And you know what? I just want to celebrate the fact that she had the guts to walk in and just say, look, day 15, I got hijacked by a sandwich and some sweet potato fries or whatever it was. Doing so changes the dynamic. She could have disappeared. She could have said, okay, that's it, adios, I'm out. She could have just checked out. Instead, she came back and said, owned her thing, and said, hey, this is what happened, and said, help me out, And that put everybody on alert. Everybody was like, girlfriend, got your back. Girlfriend, we've got your back. We've got your back. Here's what I've done. Here's what I've tried. Do this, do that. And don't forget, don't beat yourself up. But, learn from this. Go from this. You've got it. How encouraging is that? How high vibe do you think encouragement and support is? I say it's way up there. I say it's up there with peace and joy and love and reason, acceptance and willingness, optimism. Remember our chart from Monday? Incredible. That's what happens when a community rallies together to love one another up, right? To love one another up. Sarah says, I struggle with knowing what is a helpful change to the program versus what is a destructive excuse. Example, worrying that if I do 1 workout instead of 2, am I listening to my body or am I making excuses? That's so good, Sarah. I think that we always, you're the only one who has the answer to that. But we all have that. And I will tell you, yesterday, I did a 20-minute, and then I had in the morning, and then I had 3 others that I was supposed to. I had a core, and I had some arms, and I was going to jump on my my bike and do just a 15-minute hit, right? None of that happened because we ended up going and seeing a disaster of a house yesterday. I can't even tell you. Don't even get me started. For my daughter, they're moving back here. So we ended up It didn't happen. But I also took, Lincoln, the Lincoln Project, out for 2 big walks and did the other stuff. And I just finally, when we got home and dinner and doing all the stuff and hungry, I was tired and I was hungry. And the truth was, I had had enough. And to push it was just being ridiculous and being a perfectionist, right? Yeah, you know the truth. And sometimes that second workout, all it needs to be is a 4-minute workout just to have it done, because that's just a check of the box. We don't have to go and do a marathon a second time. But this is what this is all about, isn't it? It's this creativity that we can start creating in our lives to live on a higher vibe level. And the other thing, Sarah, and I think, when Sarah asked that question, she's asking it for all of us. Our higher vibe self is our higher self, more connected, and knows, because you're not an excuse maker, Sarah. You're not. And I think that when we listen to ourselves, when we listen to ourselves and we back off and we give ourselves the grace and the love that we truly need, we really are in tune with what's going on with our bodies. Isn't it so cool? Oh, Margaret, we love you. You know that, right? Margaret, I love Margaret. She's showing up in a big way in our group. And it just makes me happy, with her son, with herself. And then we've got Marguerite is doing those beautiful pictures of all her nature walks and everything. Doesn't it light you up? Higher vibe. That's what it is. All a higher vibe. So in order to create, we need a few things in place. And this is stuff that's the inside stuff, not the to-do stuff, but it's the inside pieces. You ready for this? Julie says she's all about high vibe. She's loving this. Well, good. I'm glad, because high vibe is such a cool concept. When you understand the science behind it, it just makes you gasp with wonder about the creator who created all of this in the first place, and it makes you feel like such a working, moving part in the scheme of things, doesn't it? It does me. So number 1, where do we start? Well, good grief, girlfriends. Let's start with some belief. We have to have on the foundation a belief that, yes, I can have that. Yes, I can do that. And yes, I am so much stronger than I think I am. And maybe it starts out with this I'm so much stronger than I think I am. Maybe it starts like that. But you know what? I am an athlete is something that has sustained me and keeps me going. And you know what my goal is? I am an athlete and I train daily at the gym and at the table. That's joyfully, I forgot. And I train joyfully. Do I look like an athlete? No. Do I look like an athlete to me? You betcha. I'm pretty proud of this old girl. I can lift things. I'm lifting 50-pound dog food bags in our garage, up and down those stairs every day, 3 times a day, usually. And working out and getting energized and strong. Do I look like an athlete? I do in my eyes. I think that's enough. Good for me, right? And good for you too. This is where our enoughness comes in. We're not Instagram models. We're not bikini models. We're women who want vibrant lives, period, end of story. What's it going to look like? For you, it's going to be different than me. And for your neighbor and for everyone else. And you know what? Yay. Yay. I'm so glad, because then we have the dynamic that we want in our lives and the energy to create it and to make it so. We also need clarity. That's number 2. Clarity is our why. And it makes it crystal clear why we want to go after this in the first place. Why do we want to create this stuff? Well, first of all, we have this awareness. In order to have vibrancy, I guess I'm going to have to vibe a little higher, right? But why? Why do you want that? I'll tell you why you want it. Because you want to be present in your life. You want the moments to count. You want your relationships juicy and meaningful, right? Am I right I think I'm pretty good at this part so far. You don't want to be living with pain. You don't want to be living in a place where your spirit's crushed. You want to be living a life of vibrancy, and you want to decorate that cake. You want to be the creator of what that vibrancy looks like. With clarity, you get to do that. But it's up to you. Use a why ladder. Why do I want this? Why do I want to do this next? Why, and why? And you keep going until your why is just standing out and just going boom, you know? Jane says, it's so empowering to work out. Just came from the gym and feel like a badass. That's my girl, Jane. She is a badass, by the way. That's what we want. Badassery, right? Not half-assery, badassery. Number 3 is focus. Listen, when you are able to zero in, make it happen. Focus on it, yes. Focus, focus, focus. Focus is everything. When you focus, you're creating energy. When you're focused, you're taking your energy and you're going boom like a laser. You got that? You go boom like a laser. And guess what happens? Suddenly now you're looking at the thing that you want instead of the things you don't want. Because when we focus on the things that we don't want, we're going to get that too. Yuck. So, and I'm going to say this to all of our ADD and ADHD who say, my focus is everywhere, blah, 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 blah. Oh, come look at my desk. Yeah, I know what that is. We're also the most creative, by the way, ADD, ADHD, and I am one of them. I've been diagnosed with it. I have a son that is also ADD, ADHD, and it's a thing. It totally is. Boom, 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 all over the place. Carol, shut up. Carol said she's 65. Come on. I thought you were 45, Carol. Oh my gosh. Well, she's beautiful. I'll tell you that. Go look at her pictures, what she posted. Wow. I'm so proud of you. And she's killing it. She's posting her smart watch stuff all the time. Man. So we zero in. We zero in. Even us who are ADHD, we zero in as best we can. And then we just say, you know what? Okay, I'm a little all over the place. This is for the gal who's ADD, ADHD like I am, checklists. You got to have them. If it's not written down, it doesn't happen. That's all. How do I know that? Right? I live that daily. Number 4, we have to have faith, girlfriends. Faith, 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 and faith again. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. The substance of things hoped for. This is, it's substantive, right? It is the substance, the core of everything. Our hopes are in faith. We got to have some faith. I can do this. We got to have some faith. It is possible. We got to have some faith. Faith is strengthens your God muscle too, because it connects you with the one who made you in the first place. Yep. Connected, completely connected. And number 5 is urgency. Come on. I'm going to tell you this, that what we do is we put off. We wait till after the holidays. We wait till it's a Monday. We wait till tomorrow. Well, now that I've blown it this weekend, I'm just going to get through the weekend and start. You know what? If this is important, then swift action is required. Because when you have swift action behind something, guess what happens to you? Your brain now, again, goes back to the focus and you start clicking in. It's incredible what happens, and you got to do it. Period. End of story. You got that? You got to do it. Urgent. Your house isn't burning down, but your plans will. Let's do it that way and be a badass. That's right. June's all about being a badass. Sarah says, new research says that our ability to work out doesn't start to decrease until the mid-70s. I'll drink to that. That's fabulous. Mm-hmm. I've seen women who are in their mid-70s who are bodybuilders and bikini models. Come on. There's a woman out there, I can't remember her name. Gorgeous, in her 80s now. And she made a very dramatic decision because she was blown up with diabetes. Incredible. Lost like 100 and something pounds and now she's like, you could bounce quarters off her belly. Ridiculous. Hello, Mimi. There's our graduate, y'all. There she is. Say hi to Mimi and congratulations. Number 6 is decisive action. This is when we get to our alignment assignment of doing what we actually said we're going to do, like showing up at the gym and getting things done and what have you. Yes, listening to our bodies. I think that is absolutely critical. Yeah, we got to listen to our bodies. We're never going to do it perfectly, but But guess what? We're going to do it well if we decide and we take action. That's what we do. Connect the dots. Connect and connect, 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 connect. Keep going and keep connecting those dots. And when we do that, we feel more in alignment and it's easier. It's like, here, back to my engine. No, I'm not going to do that because I'm really bad at that. But you know what it is when something either flows or it doesn't. You know exactly what it is. When you're in flow, it's just like easy. And when you're not, it's like start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. Well, you've been driven in a car that's just on its way out or running out of gas. Well, I'm telling you, this is a big deal. Decisive action. Do what you say. And you know what? Every time you do that, you're building your tenacity muscle, which is next. And tenacity, what is tenacity? You've got grit, not quit. Because wise women don't quit on themselves. Wise women stay the course. Wise women make decisions that are right for their lives, decisions that are right for the people around them, make decisions that are going to light up their lives and create vibrancy. High vibe living is vibrancy. It's that easy. Tenacity. Do not quit on yourself. Pinkies up on that. Do not quit on yourself. We were all going to have Edison moments where every once in a while we're going to say, hey, a little tenuous here, but you don't quit. You don't ever quit. We have these Edison moments where we figure out another way not to do it, but we keep going because we have grit and not quit. Ask Mimi. Ask Mimi. Amen. We're so proud of you. So proud of you, Mimi. Yes, that's right, Carol. She tells herself that every single day. Marguerite says, I will not quit on myself. She's got her pinkies up. We don't quit on ourselves. We're wise women. We have grit. We don't quit. Number 8, this is the last one. We slather this whole thing in gratitude. Wrap it up, put a bow on it, tape it up, and what do we got? What do we got? We've got gratitude. And we scream it from the mountaintop because gratitude changes everything. We experience sunsets. We don't just see them. We're acknowledging the creator when we do this. We're acknowledging everyone around us when we do it. Have you noticed how noticing changes your mind? Have you noticed that? Changes your vibe, changes the course of your life. This is what vibrancy is all about. And that gratitude, boy, we talked about that a lot this week. I'm not going to unpack it all. But I will say that if you don't have a practice of gratitude, you can get that. It's in the first page in the journal every single day in the journal. And I write things down. You want to hear what I said today? Because it was pretty funny, actually. I was quite groggy. I did not sleep well at all last night. Have you had that happen before? It was just a crappy night. I couldn't sleep. I went to bed at my normal time. I go to bed at 10. Just couldn't sleep. So you want to hear what it was? My gratitude today was a new toy for Lincoln. You know why? I have a little stash of toys, and you give him a new toy, it'll calm him down for the morning. I can get my meditation in, and I can also get my journal writing in. Isn't that so funny? Number 2 was meditation. It was a really good meditation, and I had a lot of notes that I wrote from it. That always happens. And then Megan, my friend from Fresh Pressed Olive Oil Club, I told you TJ and Megan came over for dinner. We had the best time. She gave me some coffee that's really on point. So I'm loving that coffee. So I just have gratitude. Those are my weird ones, right? And I didn't plan on sharing them, but I'm sharing with you to show you that we don't have to have these eloquent writer's moments. What we have to do, what we have to do? Show up. That's it. You show up and just do it. And sometimes it's crappy work. Sometimes it's just one little thing. And other times you're just like writing and writing and writing. You can't get enough out. That's what happens when we decide that we're going to allow this catalytic converter to take our vibes and raise them to higher vibration. And then from there, start paving the path to vibrancy. Because that, my friends, is what it's all about. And it makes all the difference in the world. So I hope that was helpful for you. I am so excited about this Friday, savingdinner.com/bloom. If you want the early bird tickets, they're going on sale on Friday. That's all I can tell you. Limited amounts. And when they're gone, they're gone. And we'll let you know. We'll let you know. So make sure you watch your email for that. I love you all, by the way. And I really appreciate the fact that you show up every single day. That tells me that you have grit, not quit. Living that high vibe life. That's how you roll. Peace be with you. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.